Hey guys, Scott here from scottsweb.dev. Today I'm going to show you how to do a staggering card effect. It's a really neat effect, and cards are everywhere on the internet. You'll be hard pressed to find a website that doesn't have a card in some form or fashion. So right here I've got a grid of 12 cards, and the effect that we're going for when you load is the staggering card effect. And it's really subtle, but I feel like animations like these take a website from good to great. It's really that last 5% of animations and polishing that really makes your website stand out from the crowd. This card staggering effect is really nifty and it's easy to do. I'll show you how to do it in vanilla JavaScript and with jQuery. So the first thing I did was I built a page with 12 cards on it and gave it some basic styling. You can see that here. We just have a container with cards and then card styling. It's a flex box with children. And the staggering effect comes from the JavaScript. But the first thing you want to do when you load the cards is you want them to have opacity of 0. And that's so the canvas starts off blank. You could do display none here. However, I don't recommend it because when you do display none, the element doesn't take up any height. And when the cards stagger in, your scroll bar will grow with it. So you'll be able to see your scroll bar and page growing as the cards stagger in. Whereas if you use opacity 0, the cards already take up their space, so there's no scroll bar. That's just something to keep in mind. I use opacity 0. Another thing I want to point out is the transition on the card. I gave the opacity a transition with the timing function, and that just adds a little extra effect to the stagger. So while the cards are staggering in, also the opacity of each card is adjusting and coming into focus. So it's a really neat effect when done right and used subtly. So you set that up and you have your cards that are opacity 0, and you basically have a blank screen. Like if I comment out this JavaScript here and refresh the page, I'll have a blank screen. And the first one I'm going to show you is without jQuery. It's just vanilla JavaScript. You're going to add this event listener to check when the DOM content is loaded. You don't want to start running your staggering function before the cards are even loaded. So inside DOM content loaded, you'll gather all cards, and then you'll loop through each cards, keeping track of their index and setting a timeout function that changes their opacity to 1 by using index times 50. 50 milliseconds is the wait time between each card staggering in. And if you adjust that number, you can get a slower stagger or a faster stagger. Like for example, if I put 200 here, we're going to get a slower stagger because there's more time between each card coming in, which may be what you're going for, but that seems a little too slow for me. Alternatively, you could go slower and do 25, and that's going to be a really quick stagger. So you want to find the sweet spot here according to what kind of a page loading or card loading effect you're going for. I think 50 looks good. So yeah, that's how you do it in vanilla JavaScript. I'll put this code in the description of the video and on my website. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to do it with jQuery. So I'll comment out this JavaScript and uncomment the jQuery JavaScript. So we've included the jQuery library, and the same thing as up here. You want to wait till the DOM content's loaded. You could actually use this event listener, but with jQuery, you use document.ready. You gather all your cards, you loop through your cards, and set the timeout for each card equal to index times 50, or you could change this like we just discussed a second ago to suit your timing preferences. And that's it. It's really, this is one of the few instances where there's the same amount of jQuery code as there is vanilla JavaScript code, but you could do it either way. So if you don't have jQuery in your website, don't add it just for this. It adds some overhead, and this can be done in vanilla JavaScript. So just comment back out my regular JavaScript here, or uncommented I mean, and show you the shimmering effect again, or not the shimmering, the staggering effect again. I'll put, like I said, I'll put this code in the description and on my website, both of them, the vanilla JavaScript and the jQuery, so you can copy it and get a demo up and running or play around with it. I hope this video was useful for you. I'm just getting my channel started, so if you could like this video and subscribe, that would be great. We'll have more how-to videos coming in the future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.